I would like to say thank you who is listening me. Sorry, my throat always is like that. I don't know because I used to speak a lot, lecture, maybe as a teacher, and I do not mind because this is God's nature. So, what I want to share today is about the eternal reality of the supreme power of our Creator. What is really reason behind that we do not feel sustainable and always feel that something is missing. Why is that? Why sometimes we feel that something happened to our conscious of mind and some kind of thing is destroyed, and why we cannot find. So why in ancient script it says that sarvanash of Atma? So why these destructions happen in our conscious of mind or our subconscious? What is really layers behind of these destructions? Is it this destruction happened by the God? I've been thinking almost 11-12 years about this all thing. I came up to the conclusion that nothing had happened by the God, because since we were created on the earth, God came first as a witness that I will be with you. I will be with you. That means He is with us. So what is the reason behind to be destruction? Why the missile has created missile created for the destruction of for whole planet. Missile does not have any conscious of mind. Missile does not have heart, body, mind and spirit, but it has the only thing has lot of energy that is created, the nuclear energy, to kill others. So can we use this energy for something else? No, unless we destroy that missile in the ground. But still those missiles will be reasoning for contaminating the earth, contaminating human being, contaminating pollution will happen. It will contaminate whole air system, and as well as the earth we live on, that the sand will be contaminated with that, because the nuclear energy will interfere the whole planet whole planet. So when the whole planet will be struck by the nuclear, it calls micro nuclear energy, those micro nuclear energy will interfere with every single thing who bring in the world, in the planet, no matter air, trees, earth, sky, water, sand, and every individual person who is breathing. So let's come back. I put the example of nuclear energy missile. Missiles are the big destruction for attacking. There are more than thousands, hundreds, thousands of bombs. So it can kill whole nation at one time, one missile. I was looking at just few minutes ago at the Mecca Holy Prophets, Temple of Holy Prophet Muhammad, where the Quran has recited the first ayat. That is, ayat means first version, first chapter of the Quran. So why they have to attack? Why they have to attack the Mecca? Didn't they find anything else to do, to destroy? Did they find anything? This is the so pure place that even no one can realize that by the Quran recite in that Mecca. Muhammad, the Nabi, first prophet, they came and they meditate almost over 25 to 30 years of his life. Then he brought the message of God as a messenger. So why did they, a few minutes ago I saw that, I'm just putting an example of destruction, of subconscious destruction of human being, destruction of planet, destruction of every individual. So who seeded that hatred? Why we are carrying that much hate? So why we cannot see that there is supreme power that holding that Mecca, and whoever attacked, they couldn't even do anything, and since that missile was destroyed by its own government in Mecca, so otherwise destruction had been happened, so many people would have been killed. So why we have to do this? Why? We are small human in God's eyes, because we are living fear of the sky and the earth. So between sky and earth, what is our equality? Not more than ant. So why we do not understand the supreme power of God? So that was only the destruction of humankind. So let's go back to destruction of subconscious. Why we got destruction? Why we get hurt in our subconscious? What is the reason behind? I was thinking. When we want to know, there is supernatural power behind every single thing. So where is the supernatural power? Does it this supernatural power reside in us, or reside in toys or idols? Because every holy book is saying that your body is temple of God. There is no way God can reside. He has to reside in us. So this is the main point that I'm pointing out, that why we're hurting each other. If there is a eternal reality of our supreme power, that who creates us and sustain us, maintain us, why we go and expand our limitation, that We will destroy the world, we will destroy each heart, we will hurt each other, and we will hate each other. So why we have to do this? Why we cannot see three definite things happens like bliss, pure, and love without hate or fear? The compassion can happen. If the compassion can happen toward others, what is a seed? What is a path? What is reason? Why we are reasoning for hate or fear without hate or fear, but the compassion can happen without having hate and fear. The compassion can happen. Why we are seeking the compassion? Because in compassion is not only compassion. Compassion has a love. If we go back to John 1st and verse 1st, let's go back to I think it is also declared in the Holy Quran, Johanna 1st, ayat 1st and verse 1st. God was with, Word was with God, and God was with Word, and light was first. So where the compassion comes, where the love comes from God. God resides in us. So there is no way that we can understand the soul, conscious of mind. The only thing we can understand, there is a knowing eternal and forgiveness can be experienced by only God. How many we can name of the God? I was trying to think Allah, Khuda, Vaheguru, God, Lord, supernatural power, Rama, Krishna, Hari, Om, and Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. A lot of people, they think Jesus Christ is also our Savior. They don't say the messenger, they say Jesus is God, Jesus is God. Jesus, because I don't want to leave anything. The only word is called Akshara. Word means Akshar. Akshara is the only thing we have to recite. Only thing we have to carry. The compassion will come after we know the reality of that word. The word was with God, God was with word. If we are missing that point, that there is no reason, there is no God, this is not nobody's mistake. God did not made any mistake to create or made us, because first thing he recite in our ear, that was love, that was compassion and forgiveness. In the journey he recite in us when we were in our mother's womb. What was that? The word of God. And people say there is no reason, there is no God, and they choose their own path and own ways to make their own heaven and hell. Heaven and hell happens in both ways. Heaven happens when I was reading the Bible, and there was verse came in front of me about 2 days ago. I was sitting in a doctor's office. I won't think too much about myself, because I know my body is made of 5 things. Kam equal to lust, krodh equal to anger, moh equal to attachment, love, काम क्रोध मोह, love equal to greed, ahankar equal to anger or proud. So if I leave those 5 steps of that ladder I have climbed already, it is called ego. Ego is already enclaved in one vessel, that is destructions. What I said, 5 things are invaded or enclaved in one vessel of, that is ego, equal to ego. If I kill my ego, there is nothing behind to left over to neutralize myself. People call me, I don't care. People talk to me, I don't care. People say many things about me, I don't care, because I understood that my body is not individual body. This is a creation of God, that I was mistaken to understand all those reality, that we hurt or we love people. This is our choices. We can destroy people, we can maintain people, we can carry the love of the God, we can carry the hatred toward the whole world. We can grant the forgiveness, we can maintain the hatred. So this is about eternal and path. Is there any reason and God behind? Of course, the reason is a faith. The costume I'm wearing, those clothes, everything, this is my faith. My cloth is my faith, that I have to cover my body. Right? The rings I'm wearing, I have faith on that. Oh, something is behind. I'm wearing this, I have faith that I was somebody born in my culture. The things I'm wearing this, I have something behind, there is a reason, faith. So why don't, if we are faithing on materialistic thing, like this, everything is a materialistic thing. I bought this thing because somebody was asking if I could have this, then I bought it. I am wearing, and this person is very rich, and she loved my jewelry. Whatever I have, she will demand. So I said, you know what, even I love this thing, but she loved more than that, because she's very nice person. I should give it to her. These are materialist things we have faith in. Why don't we have a faith that we have eternal life, we have a God, and there is a reality that we are breathing? Why don't we trust that God made 4 pyramid of life? I always talk about 4 pyramid of the life: present, past, and future. And last pyramid is the time. Time is a call. When somebody, time equal to call equal to death, and death and time call, I term it to breathe and prana. prana, bend the prana. So let's go back to four pyramid of the life. Last, yesterday, present, now, tomorrow is the future, plus the time. Is it anything changed by that? I slept 2 hours last night and somebody was running on upstairs and I woke up and I waited almost 4 hours. I was reading. I love so much about the Quran and Guru Granth Sahib, about Holy Bible, about Bhagavad Gita, because I've been in 4 religions. I try to read and capture all those good moments, and I try to immerse in myself that how much knowledge I can get, how I can clear my path before I go to hell and heaven, because this is called karma, right? Karma is very important for us. But so I said I slept last night 2 hours, then I woke up, because when I woke up there is no way I can sleep. I will sleep next night. I have to wait next night. It will be like 5 hours already passed. It is close to 6 o'clock. 4 hours passed already. Then I have to wait another 10 hours, 12 hours. It will be like 16, 18 hours. Then I have to wait, right? That is time. So yesterday happened, now it is present. And so when it was yesterday, it went. Yesterday I was thinking in the future, it happened already. Tomorrow it happened, the morning it happened in the tomorrow. But right now, the tomorrow happened to present, because this is right now is the present, right? Then the present also expanded its own quality by the death. Is it the time is changing? Nothing is changing, because God created his own pyramid like this. Nothing changed. He said, I'm past, I'm yesterday past, I am tomorrow is present, I am in coming future. Is right now, because nothing. Is it anything changed? Nothing changed. What has changed? Our thinking. The clock that we made it. The clock. God didn't make the clock. God made the time. God made night and days. It is described already in Bible. If it is described in Bible, for sure it is described in Holy Quran too. Day and night. Also it is described by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, that I made day and night. He said, I'm yesterday and today and tomorrow. Why God Krishna said that? I am reasoning for every single thing. Why Lord Jesus said, I am water and the life. Why he said that? Why Allah said that? I'm reasoning for every single thing. So why we are being a reason for every single thing? Why we are being a reason to hurt each other? Why we hurt? Why we do not forgive others? If God granted already, God command that already, that you have to give for you have to give and grant the forgiveness, because it's not from you, it's from your God. If we grant the forgiveness and forget those people who hurt us, and then the love and compassion comes, and the hate and fear will go away. God set the boundary from demons, devils, and good people. You have to set the boundary for godly peoples and demons and devils, because God said, I go away from demons and devils. I love the people who worship me. Why? He said that I protect them, because this is the true path that He revealed already to enlighten the people. He taught already in all those, even in Gurvani, He says that I reveal the path of enlightenment to every human being. Even if science can find the conscious of mind, why it is hurt itself? Why? Because there is other reason behind. Human does that. God did not bring any hate. When God came along with His message. That was the first message. I love you. I made you. I create you. I gave you every single thing. Supernatural power came with us. When we came, the supernatural came in our body to enlighten us. And God Jesus already told that the blind will not see, and the deaf will not hear. Who is blind? The people do not have eyes, no. The blinds are the one who cannot see the reality that we are created by God. We are loved by God. We have to love God. We have to love other people. Why? God Jesus said that deaf people will not hear. Not the one who lost their hearing. No, the one will not reside, they will not love to hear the message of God, or they will not like to know about God. They are the deaf one. And in Gurvani, it says that the blind people will be going here, 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 here. When individual person who is seeking a refuge of God, when the person came in a refuge of God, true in feet of God, and surrender to Gurvani, and he will be enlightened. Where the blindness go? Nowhere. Our eyes will open, our ears will hear a word of God. So this is the supernatural power has been telling us for years and years, and let's go back to maybe 9,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, when God Krishna was on earth. Then really the real God figures body was on the earth. Then the Bhagavad Gita came along with Lord Krishna. That was a mistake. No, God came along the Word. The Word came along with God, who is misguided itself. I think I cannot even say be because people will mind. Because the human has its own instinct, it calls the nature of itself. But God has its own nature. We have to understand, do not hurt each other because we have to find the eternal life. We have to find a true guru, true teacher. We have to connect with our soul and we have to connect. I named as Rama, Krishna, Om, Hari, Khuda, Vaheguru, Allah, Lord, Jesus, and there is Buddhism, came Buddha, they call him God too. And there is another religion, Jainism. Everybody, every religion is trying to find a path. The only way we can have salvation of God, praise of God, and love our true Guru, and we do not even believe the salvation is only from God. Sometimes people say that I have a power of salvation from the devil. You will not believe I met individual person. If I call that person, if I attend that person phone call early in the morning or evening, like 1 in the night or 12 in the night, he will say, I'm devil. I love devil and I'm devil. So we have to believe that are we made by God or are we carrying devil power? So what is the supreme power? God, Ikomkar, Akshara. Akshara means a Lord, word of Lord. So do we have to hurt each other, hurt subconscious of mind, hurt the word, and carry like mantra, tantra, and create the planet full of monster? If we choose this path to be better, to be devil, we are totally a monster. Did you heard about the